Good morning and welcome to the order of Monday morning. I hope I hope you had a good weekend. Uh, it's pretty drizzly here in Sacramento, but that's okay. Hasn't been too cold. Happy Diwali for uh, for our Hindu friends and cultural folks that celebrate the Festival of Light. And light is going to be the subject of our talk today, light and colors, because colors are simply uh, a breaking up of the light. And here we've got it illustrated here by the Rabbi Ben Clifford's menorah of the double letters of the Hebrew alphabet. And the seven planetary spheres and all of that in the menorah. And if you are a remote initiate of the Babel Institute of Philosophical Youth uh, and initiated yourself with the book The Son of Chicken Kabbalah, you probably have already made yourself your sacred menorah of your degree. Uh, anyway, in the new book, the Tarot Architect. Here I'm plugging everything today. Okay, in the new book, the Tarot Architect, I discuss in the creation of your own tarot deck that each of the at least each of the trumps, all of the tarot cards, all 78 of them, um, vibrate with a certain frequency of sound and color. In a sense, sound and color are representative, anyway, building blocks of existence itself. And just like if you'd imagine that all sounds in the sound spectrum are just lesser frequency of one master note. There's one master note, and if you break it up, it becomes all the separate notes. Uh, Maybe that's the master note is perhaps the vibration of Om. And but if you look at it that way, or if pure light would be the counterpart of that master note, when the pure light is blasted through a prism, that pure light breaks up into the spectrums of color. And so the idea behind the term God is light is pretty damn good. And it's exactly the same, in my mind anyway, as saying God is Om. It's the it's the master it's the master vibration from which all lesser vibrations are set into manifestation. So let me move some stuff around here. Crowley wrote a book, okay, and he wrote this little book in like 2 days, okay. And it wasn't a received text per se. You could argue that anything anybody writes in sort of the inspiration of the moment is a received text, but it wasn't. He didn't claim it was a Class A document like Liber 65 or the Book of the Law or anything like that. It was it was kind of a Class E document, actually, which is just pretty an instructional almost like a lecture. And it's a Liber 150. Now, 150 to me is a big number in my personal Kabbalah because Lon Lamed Oyen Nun is 150. And Milo Mem Yod Lamed Oyen is 150. So Lon Milo are both 150s, and DuQuette is 144. So that put them all together, it's 444. Now 444, it sounds sexy, okay, and it is in so much as sort of an expression of the essence of the number four, or Hesed on the tree of life, the sphere of Jupiter, and I've always been sort of jovianly inspired. But it's not a big number like 666 or something like that. But every number is infinite. But I'm digressing here. Lon is 150. And if you spell Lon backwards, it's NOL, which means a sandal. And that's the name of this text. Liber 150, Vel, and of course Hebrew reads from right to left, Null, a sandal. L, 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 L. Okay, the law of light, life, love, and liberty. Now, let's see. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's not all that long, but it starts off with the law itself, as if that was the central key, and a most significant line in the book of the law says the law is for all. It's not just for people that think they're magicians. It's not for people that think they're interested in Kabbalists, or not just people who are interested in Crowley, or people that consider themselves Thelemites. No, the law is for all. The changing of the age changed the fundamental essence of the law of existence at the moment, okay? But it's those four L's that come out of the first L, the law, okay? So I'm going to read this first little section first here. The law, do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law. In righteousness of heart, come hither and listen. That's what I should say at the beginning of Sunday school. I should say that at the beginning of every morning. In righteousness of heart, come hither and listen. For it is I, Tomegatherian. Let me digress for a second. It's not I, Aleister Crowley. It's not I, OM. It's not I, Perdurabo. It's not I, OSV. It's not I, OM. Okay. I, Tomegatherian. And on the tree of life, that's number 2. That's the Magus. That's the Logos. That's who's uttering the word of the Aeon. Now, it'll get filtered through the abyss and just twisted around and fucked up no end, okay? Just like every other Magus of the history. they're up there. They receive that insanely transcendent level of consciousness and go, oh, oh, I get it. The whole thing can be wrapped up in the word love, love, love. And by the time that word love filters down below the abyss, it goes love, 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 hate, hate, hate. It's like if Jesus said, oh, oh, yes, I've crossed the abyss. Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Yeah, because I'm crossing the abyss. And he says, oh, here's my word, love thy neighbor. And okay. The greatest of all commandments is love thy neighbor. Okay. And then as soon as he's gone, that word filtered through the abyss down to Paul and others that turned the thing into a monstrous interpretation. But I digress. In righteousness of heart, come hither and listen. For it is I, Tomegatherion, who gave this law unto every one that holdeth himself holy. It is I, not another, that willeth your whole freedom, and the arising within you of full knowledge and power. Behold, the kingdom of God is within you, even as the sun standeth eternal in the heavens, co-equal at midnight and at noon. He riseth not, he setteth not, but is but the shadow of the earth which concealeth him, or the clouds upon her face. Let me then declare unto you this mystery of the law, as it has been made known to me in diverse places, upon the mountains and in the deserts, but also in great cities, which thing I speak for your comfort and good courage. So be it unto all of you. First know that from this law spring four rays or emanations. Let's see, do I have a little? Yes, I do. So if that circle, oh boy. I'm going to let them stew in their juice there. If
You've reached Lon and Constance. Please leave a message with your name and phone number, and we'll try to get back with you as soon as possible. Thank you.
aha! But I digress. First know that from this law spring four rays or emanations. And we could look at it like that. That circle, let's just say, pretend that's the law. And out of it spring four emanations in a nice equal spacing there. Okay. So that if the law be the center of your own being, they must needs fill you with their secret goodness. And these four rays are light, life, love, and liberty. Now that's, where am I here? Okay. Now there's four L's. Okay, just keep looking at the top L. Life, love, light, love, liberty. Okay? And when you put them together, they look like that. Like a rose cross. Okay? And these four are light, life, love, and liberty. By light shall ye look upon yourselves, and behold, all things that are in truth one thing only, whose name has been called no thing for a cause which later shall be declared unto you. But the substance of light is life, since without existence and energy it were not. By life, therefore, are you made yourselves, eternal and incorruptible, flaming forth as suns, self-created and self-supported, each the sole center of the universe. Now, as by light ye beheld, by love ye feel. There's an ecstasy of pure knowledge and another of pure love. And this love is the force that uniteth things diverse. For the contemplation of light, in light of their oneness, know that the universe is not at rest, but in extreme motion, whose sum is rest. And this understanding that stability is change and change is stability, that being is becoming and becoming is being, is the key to the golden palace of the law. Lastly, by liberty is the power to direct your course according to your will. For the extent of the universe is without bounds, and ye are free to make your pleasure as ye will, seeing that the diversity of being is infinite also. For this also is the joy of the law, that no two stars are alike. And ye must understand also that this multiplicity is itself unity, and without it, unity could not be. And this is in hand, saying against reason, ye shall comprehend when rising above reason, which is but a manipulation of the mind. Ye come to pure knowledge by the direct perception of the truth. Know also that these four emanations of the law flame forth upon all paths. Ye shall use them not only in these highways of the universe, whereof I have written, but in every bypath of your daily life. Love is the law, love under will. Now that's his opening thing. That's the love. That's the law section of this. Just like the law would be, and then the law is the source, the ruler, the essence of all the other four. In the same way that the binding, separating, active, passive nature of spirit is what holds the other four elements together. We'll look at the law section as equating to spirit, to the four elements of light, life, love, and liberty. So as we're on just light itself, and he has 3 or 4 pages on each one of the other four, I'm going to just share just the opening words to his comments on light. I pray you be patient with me in that which I shall write concerning light. For here is a difficulty, ever increasing in the use of words. Moreover, I am myself carried away constantly and overwhelmed by the sublimity of this matter, so that plain speech may whirl into lyric when I would plod peaceably and with didactic expression. I just want to talk about it, okay? But it inspires me so much, I just burst into song, okay? My best hope is that you may understand by virtue of the sympathy of your intuition, even as two lovers may converse in language that's unintelligible to others, as it seemeth silly, wanton, and dull, or as that other intoxication given by ether. The partakers commune with infinite wit or wisdom as the mood taketh them, by means of a word or a gesture being initiated uh, to come to apprehension by the sublimity of the drug. So may I that am inflamed with love of this light, drunken on the wine ethereal of this light. So I communicate not so much with your reason and intellect, but with the principle hidden in yourself, which is ready to partake with me. Even so, may man and woman become mad with love, no word being spoken between them, because of the induction, as it were, of their souls. And your understanding will depend upon your ripeness for perception of my truth. Moreover, so be that light in you, be ready to break forth. Then light will interpret to you these dark words in the language of light. Even as a string, inanimate, duly adjusted, will vibrate to its particular tone struck on another chord. Read, therefore, not only with the eyes and brain, but with the rhythm of that life, which you have attained by your will to love. Quickeneth to dancing measure by these words, which are the movements of the wand of my will to love, and so enkindle your life to light. Okay. Uh, he was really hot. You could tell that he was hot. I'm not sure he was on ether, but he was waxing poetic upon the the witty state of consciousness. Uh, there is a I know I had to go to church as a kid, okay, and I was respectful, to the ceremony and the I felt that I was in the house of God, okay, not having anything to do with the religion. I just it was nice to have a place in town where God was. But very often, yeah, I used to light the candles at the 11 o'clock service. And I'd light the candles. It's ceremonial. You wear a little robe and you march in front of the minister who comes in as the choir is singing. And I light the candles on the altar. And at the end of the service, I end the service by snuffing out the candles. Uh, but most of the time I ran across the town square, and between me lighting the candles and me putting out the candles, I'd go run across the town square and go to the drugstore and look at comic books and have a tuna salad sandwich with a bread and butter pickle and a cherry phosphate. I did that with the offering money I should have given at Sunday school at the 8 o'clock service. But I digress. Sometimes I just sat up in the choir loft and listened to the most boring sermon about something that I truly wasn't interested in at all. And sometimes some of my friends from the children's choir would be up there, and we would, of course, have to be quiet Uh, and somebody would do something stupid, some stupid little thing, and it'd make the other person start to laugh. And because it was church, we couldn't laugh out loud. And so the suppression of our laughter fed our laughter. And the suppression of our fed laughter fed our other laughter. And it was, we worked ourselves into an altered state of pure, joyous giggling. That's sort of what Crowley was talking about. It transcended reason completely and catapulted us into a bliss of pure joy. And it was something that we were sharing with each other. It was sort of like love. We communed on another level. We became a single, goofy, silly entity. Try not to laugh at church. Anyway, I've got a half hour and I thought I was going to do more. But anyway, that's it for the order of Monday morning. I hope you all have a good work week ahead of you. And we'll see you tomorrow, I think, from here, because if I'm not mistaken, our shopping day for a while will be on Wednesday. So we'll see you tomorrow. Little children, love one another, as Crowley says. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.